What's good, y'all? Welcome to another video. And damn, was it a night for the boxing world? Deontay Wilder got destroyed. Anthony Joshua took care of business, and Bivol did the same. Let's talk about it. Bring it in. What's good, y'all? First and foremost, we got to talk about this fight. It was a huge upset. Deontay Wilder versus Parker. And Parker's actually younger than Deontay Wilder is, so if you want to be technical, he has more of his career in front of him than behind him. Well, kind of not really in the boxing world, but at least more than Deontay Wilder does, right? But nobody really thought he was going to come in and just destroy Deontay Wilder. Most people thought Wilder, although his skills haven't really improved much, they thought he was going to get a nice clean knockout. And it wasn't that. He looked sloppy, he looked slow, he looked tired, he looked old. Realistically, I think it's time for him to retire. I know he said he's not done yet. He wants to come back and possibly get another fight. And of course, a lot of people talking about Anthony Joshua, which I don't even think that would be a good idea for him right now. But yeah, Deontay Wilder was outclassed. Usually he is outclassed as far as boxing skill goes. He just has a crazy right hand, and you know, he'll knock people out with that. But as he's getting older and he's getting slower and his timing is more and more off, he just looks less and less of a complete fighter. And it's unfortunate because when you go 40-0 basically and have a great record, and you know, considered one of the hardest punchers and one of the best heavyweights and shit like that, like when you have that on your accolades, you want to just be able to hold your hat on there, like, yeah, I was that guy, I did this, I did that. But unfortunately, the longer he stays in the sport, he's getting exposed more and more. And people see that shit, you know, and the people who looked at him in this light kind of look at him in this light now, because it's like, damn, bro, like, some people feel like they've been bamboozled, you see what I'm saying? Although a lot of people knew he never had the technique to box, he just looks even worse than that. Like, he just looks, he don't really look good. And the fact that he was holding his hand up at the end of the fight like he won was even more of a disconnect from him to the fans and the sport of boxing. Like, bro, you can't really believe genuinely that you won those rounds or enough rounds to even beat him. Like, you couldn't believe that. And if you did believe that, it just goes to show that, like, maybe you are not all there, you know, unfortunately. I mean, it ain't no disrespect. It's just like, maybe you're really not on point to a point where, like, you're really in this reality right now. Like, maybe in boxing training, you think you here, but in reality you here. And, you know, his team should have did better on that. They should have did way better with his training and coming in. But again, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It is what it is. So he's gonna fight the way he fights, and unfortunately, you know, he got beat up. But at least he didn't get knocked out. He almost did, got hit hard. I could tell he's never been hit that hard before in a professional fight. He's never been hit that hard. Yeah, Fury knocked him out, but the shot that this man Parker landed on him, you heard it. Like, you heard it like it was a shot that Deontay Wilder gave to somebody else. You heard it in the arena, and he felt that. And like, oh, hold on. He didn't even really know how to react, but luckily he did stay on his feet, so I commend him for that. But, bro, I think it's time to hang it up, man. I think it's time to hang it up, respectfully. Now you got, you know, 2 clear L's on your record, you know, and I just think before you tarnish your legacy anymore and have people think lower and lower of you, I think you should just, you know, chill, man. You prove what you need to prove in boxing. I think it's time to relax, bro. Do your thing. All right, moving on to Anthony Joshua. He's getting a little more comfortable in the ring. But realistically, I think he still looked at his opponent as not much of a threat. So he felt a little more comfortable to let his hands go, be a little more loose in the ring than his last fight was. Last fight kind of looked like he was trying to play a little more safe. This fight, he looked way more confident. His timing was better. You know, his movement was better. You know, he was throwing in, you know, better combinations at times when he was exchanging. He just looked more confident overall in this fight than he did his last fight. So it looks like he's getting his confidence back. And I think this was a great win for him because it just allows him to be on a high note. It's the complete opposite of Deontay Wilder, you know. He could look at it on a high note, be like, you know what, I could stay in here and get another fight or two. And of course, ironically, he did mention Deontay Wilder. So Yeah, I mean, I think him fighting Deontay Wilder right now, for him especially, makes the most sense. because he could potentially get in there and really wipe the floor with him. But at the same time, he still could get caught with one shot and get knocked out. But the thing is, them one shots are looking slower and slower. They still got the power behind them, but they just looking more and more, like where you could see it coming. You can see it now. It's not like it was before, just out the blue. Damn, he hit me. It's like, okay, I see he winded up. Okay, slip, dodge, dump. So I think it does make perfect sense for Anthony Joshua to fight Deontay Wilder right now, because Deontay Wilder's on the low. Anthony Joshua is going back up to becoming a high again. But let's just be honest, both of their best careers or points in their careers is behind them now. You see what I'm saying? They both are past their prime, but it would still be a nice story to end on that note too, even for both of them, honestly. Even if Deontay Wilder lost to him, there's no shame in him losing to him. Realistically, it's just how are you going to lose? And based on your last performance, which was this, I can see that being bad. You see what I'm saying? I can see that being not a cool loss at all. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Deontay Wilder should hang it up. I think, Joshua going forward, I'm not sure who he will fight, but that would make any real sense to really pad his legacy. But, I mean, I do think he can stick around and continue going. And then Dimitri Bivol, he had a fight which was, again, you could tell that Bivol had the confidence in that ring. He had super confidence, like, yo, bro, I'm not afraid of his power. I'm not afraid of his shots. I'm not afraid of his combinations. He's slipping some shit, but I'm going to throw all of this shit at him. I'm going to throw it. I'm going to apply pressure. I'm going to stalk him around the ring. I'm not going to let him get comfortable. I'm going to continue to keep him under pressure this whole fight, even if I don't knock him out, which he did. So he just stayed on him. He stayed on him the whole fight. He didn't let him give a chance to really even breathe realistically. He was just on point. And it's tough to really see somebody get in front of him and face that type of aggression to a degree and really get points on him. Because it's like, you could tell he fought that way because he was super confident, like, yo, I'm good. Like, I'm not worried about this. Because as you see, when he fought Canelo, he gave him way more respect. Like, I'm not going to let my hands fly like that, but I'm going to be really poised and strategic of how I let my hands fly. And with this fight, it was more so like, yeah, man, I really don't respect this man enough. I'm letting them shits go every round. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? So I think going forward, whoever get in front of him, they're going to have a tough time. They put it this way. The next person who Bivol got to fight is going to have to be someone who knows how to keep his distance, again, with a strong jab, just like how he has, that's good on their feet. Their feet movement got to be crazy. When Canelo went against him, his footwork was subpar, and his jab was not there. He was looking for haymakers all day, every day, power shots. That's not going to work with somebody like him. Styles make fights. And to put a haymaker puncher versus Bivol right now, that doesn't make any sense. He's going to outclass them. He's going to outperform them, so it doesn't really make sense to put him in a ring with somebody like that. So for Canelo trying to run that back with him, I don't think that would be the best idea. Now, you put somebody like Benavidez in front of him, that would be a great fight, I believe, but I would prefer to see Benavidez versus Canelo than Bivol, because Bivol is still, he has the better strategy to a degree. Benavidez is not afraid of getting hit, and he got stamina for days and power, but I think Bivol is smart enough to not really exchange with the power shots with him, keep his distance, keep moving around the ring, and just outpoint him, realistically. I think it would potentially come to a decision, and Bivol would have if it comes to a decision, Bivol's going to win against Benavidez. But it might not. Benavidez could knock him out. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Benavidez should fight Canelo, realistically. If he fight him and get him out the way, then I think it makes even more sense for him to go against Bivol. But right now, I don't think that'd be the best move for him, because Bivol's focused and he's smart. He's not stupid. You see what I'm saying? He knows how to move with certain opponents or whoever's in front of him. And not saying Benavidez is stupid neither. It's just his style doesn't complement it as well as, for example, a Canelo. Him versus Canelo makes perfect sense right now, So What are they gonna do? I don't know. I would love to see it. Hopefully they do get it going. Hopefully they do get the fight going. And, you know, we'll see. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the pay-per-view. There was other fights on the card, but I'll be honest, I wasn't really into those. I was more so focused on these 3 individual fights because I wanted to see, you know, the best come out and do what they do, you know. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Deontay Wilder should retire? You think it's over for him? Or you think he should stick around and fight Anthony Joshua? Do you think Anthony Joshua should fight him, or should he just be like, yo, fuck it, let's just keep it moving, I'm good, he lost, he trashed now, let me keep it moving, you know? And do you think Bivol should fight Canelo again, or do you think he should get Benavidez? Y'all let me know. In the comment below. Once again, if y'all like this video, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and just like that, out of here. Peace.